Guys, thanks for watching this video on how to make a good icon. Let's just start right now. How about that? So the first thing you're going to want to notice on icons is that no matter how big and defined they are to you, such as my example A, this was a sexy icon that I wanted to put in. But when I did put it in, it was like very small and can't really read it. So I decided to just go with a nice S and L. Very simple design, kind of to the point. You can also just do text. That works too. And today I'm just going to kind of show you the tips I would give you on how to make a good icon. So you're going to want to start out Cinema 4D. My recommendation is to just find a preset you like and use it every time. Then don't use the save part when you're going through, like just leave this blank, and then when you render, when like it's all done rendering, you just click save as every time instead of doing it that way, setting it up each time. It's kind of tedious. So for icons, I actually realized that this is my background title thing, so I'm going to go with an 800 by 800 pixel output. Some of you may be thinking, why would you start here? Is because you don't want to have to like resize things once you're into Photoshop. You just want to have it as like the right dimensions, you know, like all spaced out. What looks good now. So I'm gonna go with Scopeleos. See, I have a long ass name. I mean, doesn't necessarily matter. You can always shorten it to S and L, or like, I don't know, come up with a nickname for yourself, whatever you're into. So got into recently using the Haunting Attraction, I think. Yeah, really skinny and nice, I guess. Let's see, I don't really like it that much. I mean, like, for backgrounds it's great, but my name's just too long. So I'm going to go with just a single S there, then copy it, paste it, put an L here. And the reason why I do this, I don't necessarily want them there. I could rearrange them over here and just, you know, gangbang them. Terrible usage. So, put some fillet caps on there. You know, that's just looking fancy. So I have the Acres, like whatever thing, I don't know, the material pack, along with my own luminescence already put in there, just because it's a bitch to just keep pushing it over and over again. So I got bored and lazy. Gonna go to my default HDRI and put white on white, and basically that's just going to make it look reflecting and whatever. I'd like to take this time and say these little chain link little material things were a bitch to find. Turns out that not only Acres, but Acres is not the only one who has these. You can actually go to load material preset, broadcast materials, glossy, glaze, blue, and you had the same thing. I cannot tell you how like long I wanted these. So I'm really stoked. Yeah, I can use the word stoked. Kind of a badass. So I know this looks very similar to my like background, icon I have now, if you even know what my icon looks like. So I'm just gonna change it up a bit and put blue is my favorite color. That was actually a insight. So if you ever wanted to get me something, definitely make it blue. So that is looking like a bowl of shit. I think I'm gonna change this up, but for demonstrating purposes, I don't care. So I'm gonna have that render out and go to Photoshop. Okay, 800 800 S and L Sex Edition. The reason I have Sex Edition is because I have SNL and SNL1, and that really gets boring. So this is almost done. Not really. So I'm going to take my brush or whatever, unlock this layer, create a new one, and whatever brush I seem to have, start applying it. I have an astronomy one for this one. Very nice, I guess. A little explosion, so I'm going to put that in the middle. And yeah. So another tip I'd give out is faded edges. Give erections to people looking at your shit. So what I'll do is I will take a, fuck my ass, I don't know if I'd actually take that, probably not, yes, nah, that works. Typo, works, alright, quit, don't save, hardly ever save, I don't know why, just don't. So, take a big soft brush, and you're going to want to go around the edges, and lightly, you know, just skim it. Looks alright. So, I mean, maybe you want it a little more faded, but throw that in. Oh, and look at that. It's already in there, and it's looking sexy. I might want to lower it a little bit, but I don't have to resize it to make it fit into it, like into the frame. It's not going outside the box or whatever. So, another thing people like to do is add big circles behind things. I don't know why, but people like to put big circles behind things. And then behind these said big circles, you'll have other shit like little flusters flying out. So I'm going to put bevel, doesn't really do anything, outer glow, and that fucking there. I know the language isn't necessary, but I like to. You know what? For the hell of it, I'm gonna put a stroke of white. Does that work? I guess it does. Just put 1 pixel. Alright. So now what I'm gonna do is I'll take a white brush of a weird texture and I'll put it half onto, command click that layer just cuz, put it half onto the circle and then half on like the outside, I guess. Stylish, I don't know. And you'll realize it doesn't really fit past the entire thing, so actually, I mean, you might have not realized that, but I did just now. So I'm gonna fix that real quick. Hey, look, it's glowing. Alright, so, I don't know. Let's just throw some shit on. How about that? A speaker! Yeah, nice little fucking speakers. I have so many brushes, and I recently lost all my brushes by somehow clicking this. I didn't even know this existed, but I reset them, didn't save them. Save your fucking brushes. Sucks to lose them. That's my only advice. So, I think I'll just put that on there, and I don't know if I like this, but I'll put it on. So then, that's on top. Then I'll have something gray behind it to show depth. So let's say below the circle, I've got some shit with a soda on the side. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's looking alright. Not really to me. I don't know. All the backgrounds I like that I make, really hard on myself sometimes. So, yeah. I don't necessarily like all of them, but people like them, I guess. Like, not all of them, but people seem to like them, unless they're lying. But, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I could do better sometimes. But, yeah. For now, it works. So, right now, ooh, I just realized something. That's fucking glowing. So, like, well, that actually doesn't look too bad. So, what I'll do now, take this. Fucking actually like this. Put some shit behind it. Not literally, don't recommend it. Very bad backgrounds. No one's ever taken my advice on putting shit behind it, but in case you were thinking about it, don't. Just don't. So then, I don't know. For some reason I'm using astronomy brushes. And you know what? I'm going to put a little globe. So this isn't the best icon, but it'll work. Just always think, I'm going to put this back there at that size. Does that look cool? If you say no to yourself, yeah. See, and like you'll come back and see these. Like, oh, that looks really cool. Come down there. What the fuck is that? So yeah. I also decided at the end of this, I'm going to put a speed edit. You know, spice up my speed edits a little bit. But thank you for watching, and please subscribe.